Emily's whistle. Emily is a very happy engine. She loves her shiny coat of paint, her big wheels, and is proud of her shrill whistle. She thinks her whistle is the best whistle on Sodor. One day, Emily puffed into Knapford Sheds. She was going to rest there for a bit until it was time to go to work. But when she arrived, she was surprised to see Spencer there already. Spencer was resting happily as his paintwork sparkled in the sunshine. Emily was not happy to see him.
"What are you doing here?"
she asked, trying not to sound rude.
"I'm taking the Duke and Duchess of Boxford on a trip to the seaside," smiled Spencer. "They will love their time on the beach and have an ice cream to double the fun."
Emily sniffed.
"I could take them to the seaside too,"
said Emily.
"Any engine can."
"Nonsense," huffed Spencer. "You have to be an important engine to take the Duke and Duchess to places, and you are not as special as me."
Emily was cross, but before she could say anything, Murdoch arrived. He had a message for Emily. "Emily, the Fat Controller is waiting for you at Knapford Station," he said. "Can you go and see him right away, please?" Emily was relieved. This meant puffing away from Spencer.
"I'll be right there,"
she smiled. So she blew her whistle and puffed away. But Spencer laughed.
"Call that a whistle?" he chuckled. "That's nowhere near as good as mine."
Emily screeched to a halt. She was surprised to hear this.
"There's nothing wrong with my whistle,"
she huffed.
"My whistle is as good as any other whistle."
Spencer just laughed.
"A good whistle needs to be loud and clear," he said, "not sound like a squeaky toy."
Emily didn't like this at all, so she puffed crossly away. As she puffed away to Knapford Station, she was still thinking about what Spencer had said.
"My whistle does not sound like a squeaky toy,"
she puffed.
"Spencer is just being silly."
"Take no notice of Spencer," soothed her driver. "Your whistle is special, and everyone likes to hear it." Emily sighed, so she blew her whistle. As she did so, some children waved and cheered. They were standing by a field and were leaning on the fence.
"What a great whistle!"
called the boys.
"Your whistle is soft and sweet,"
cried the little girl.
"I can't wait to hear it again."
This made Emily feel very happy. She felt so happy her face blushed red.
"A soft and sweet whistle,"
she thought.
"I like that."
This made her feel much better. Emily puffed happily into Knapford Station. She blew a cheerful whistle to some visitors standing on the platform. Spencer was nearby. He was waiting to take the Duke and Duchess to the seaside. He chuckled loudly when he heard Emily's whistle.
"That is not what you call a proper whistle," he sniggered. "No one wants to hear a squeaky toy whistle."
And he blew a loud whistle.
"That's how you blow a whistle," he puffed grandly.
Emily was so cross, her face went red as Bertie the bus. Now she had had enough.
"Don't call my whistle a squeaky toy!"
she shouted. Emily took the biggest puff she had ever taken, and she blew the loudest whistle she had ever blown. Emily's whistle grew louder and louder, and soon the whistle echoed all around the station. Everyone held their ears, and Spencer shut his eyes. Emily whistled so loud and so long, the windows on Spencer's coaches broke open, and so did the windows in the station. The Fat Controller's window broke with a loud crack. At last, Emily stopped whistling. She ran out of puff, her cheeks were red. Spencer opened his eyes. His boiler ate after hearing that noise.
"Is that loud enough for you, Spencer?"
fumed Emily crossly. Then the Fat Controller walked over to Emily. He was very cross.
"Emily, what is the meaning of this?"
he thundered crossly. Emily gulped.
"I'm sorry, sir," she said. "Spencer was making fun of my whistle, so I wanted to put him in his place."
"You have caused a lot of trouble, Emily," boomed the Fat Controller. "Your loud whistling has broken the windows in the station, and look at Spencer's coaches."
The Duke and Duchess were upset. "These coaches are not fit to be seen now," said the Duke.
"Now we can't go to the seaside," sighed the Duchess.
"I was going to give you a special job today," the Fats Controller added, "but after that display you won't get that job now. Instead, you will shunt trucks in the yards until you can learn to whistle properly."
"Yes, sir,"
sighed Emily sadly, and she puffed sadly away to the yards. Spencer was very cross with Emily.
"You've given me a boiler ache now,"
he yelled, but Emily was too sad to listen. Emily spent all morning shunting the trucks. She pushed and she hauled, and the trucks giggled and laughed at her.
"Poor Emily can't blow a whistle."
"If you can't do that,
try looking at thistles."
Emily heard this, but was too upset to shout back. She didn't mean to cause that much trouble for the Duke and Duchess, nor did she mean to upset the Fast Controller. Thomas puffed up alongside her. "Hello, Emily," he smiled. But when he saw Emily, he was worried. Tears fell from Emily's eyes and down her cheeks. "What's the matter, Emily?" Thomas asked kindly.
"Spencer says my whistle sounds like a squeaky toy,"
sniffed Emily sadly, as she told Thomas what Spencer had said and about the incident at Knapford Station. Thomas couldn't believe what he had heard. "Take no notice of Spencer," said Thomas. "He's just stuck up. He thinks no engine is grander than him."
"But Spencer knows how to make you upset, though,"
moaned Emily. "I know he does," agreed Thomas, "but we mustn't retaliate, otherwise we'll be the ones to look silly." Emily knew Thomas was right, but she wished there was a way she could put Spencer in his place once and for all. Then the yard manager came over. "A goods train needs to be taken to the seaside," he explained. "Emily, you are needed to take the train." Emily wasn't so sure.
"I thought Bill and Ben were to collect the train," she said. "I'm to stay in the yards. The Fat Controller's orders."
"Yes, but Bill and Ben have been held up at the quarry," said the yard manager, "and there's no one else to help, so I need you to deliver the goods now." Emily smiled a little bit. A good run might help cheer her up. "Please, sir, can I help?" asked Thomas. The yard manager thought for a moment and agreed. "I'll let the Fat Controller know right away," he said. Emily smiled and looked at Thomas.
"Thank you, Thomas,"
she said.
"You are a true friend."
Thomas was very happy to help. Meanwhile, Spencer was at the seaside station. He managed to have other coaches to use while his were being repaired. The Duke and Duchess were enjoying the sun and the visitors on the platform. The Duke and Duchess were enjoying the sun and the sea. They were also having an ice cream. The Duke wanted to make sure the seagulls kept away from his ice cream. Spencer was resting in the siding. He looked at the visitors on the platform. He could see that they were having lots of fun. Spencer was feeling very proud of himself.
"Poor Emily," he snorted. "She'll never have a whistle that's loud and clear as mine."
And he blew his whistle loudly. The sound of his whistle made the visitors jump. Some of them dropped their ice creams. They were very cross when they saw who blew that whistle.
"You noisy great engine!" they shouted. "Your whistle made us drop our ice creams! Now we'll have to get some more!"
Spencer was surprised. He didn't expect this at all. Then he heard a couple of whistles. Everyone turned and saw Emily heading the goods train, with Thomas pushing from the back. Emily blew her whistle as gently as she could. Everyone cheered and waved hello. When Thomas whistled, the visitors waved hello to him too.
"Don't worry, everyone," smiled Emily. "The goods train is here."
The station master was very happy to see Emily. "Thank you, both of you," he said. "Now we can put these deck chairs and brollies to use." The visitors clapped and cheered. They were very happy to see the deck chairs and brollies being unloaded from the trucks. Thomas puffed up alongside his friend. Then he had an idea. "Blow your whistle, Emily," he smiled. Emily knew what Thomas meant, so she took a deep breath. You watch and learn, Spencer, teased Thomas. Emily blew her whistle. It sounded so sweet, it made the passengers smile.
That's a soft whistle you have, Emily,
said the visitors.
and very sweet too,
said the children. The best whistle I've heard all day, smiled Thomas.
Sounds like a squeaky toy, does it?
Teased Emily.
Maybe you're the one who needs to learn how to whistle.
Spencer was cross. He could not believe what he had heard. Then the Duke and Duchess came to see him.
I think you have a lot to learn about whistles, Spencer,
said the Duchess sternly.
When we get back to Boxford, you will stay in your shed until you learn to understand whistles.
Oh, groaned Spencer. Thomas and Emily laughed. They were very pleased to put Spencer in his place, and Emily couldn't have felt more proud of her soft and sweet whistle.
Peep, peep!